Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda, Hero of Reich, Defender of the Fatherland. Here to deliver unto your eyes and ears another glorious Propagandacast, straight from the Propaganda Ministry here in Denmark. We shall be seeing the Greatironroman, and no, that's not me applying the great to it, that's what he's calling himself. See, I'm not, a huge fan of him. Opposing him shall be Kahenki Losika. I'm not sure, it sounds Finnish. Or somewhere near that area. But we are going to see the British. We're going to see the Irish Armoured Guards versus the 107th Panzer Brigade fighting somewhere in Holland. Yes, doesn't look very Dutch, but no. Use your imagination, Luke. Not the Force. The Force doesn't exist, your imagination does. Not what you imagine, though. Anyways, we are seeing a pretty aggressive start here from the Wehrmacht. Of course, lots of pioneers. Not unusual, some players that rather like that start. Can't stop them from doing that. We are seeing some ensconcement right here of this building. We are seeing the British sort of swinging pretty heavily westwards. We are seeing not right quickly packing it up. I mean, he's starting out with infantry and then an infantry section, then a lieutenant. So that's going to be interesting. We see some pioneers whooping up here. They're going to be getting a bit of a British surprise right there. Not tea and biscuits, but the Lee Enfield rifle bullet to the face. Pioneers getting pushed back. Trench going up right there to defend the spot for king and country. Fuel being secured. Wehrmacht continues up here, securing points. Jolly good job. Lots of pioneers up, in fact. We are seeing 7 pioneers. I'm not very often used to seeing that. It's usually about 5 to 6 pioneers, or 7 pioneers. That tends to be overly ambitious, to put it like that, simply. But these pioneers are certainly running into problems. They're not quite ready to fight the glorious forces of King George, the Commonwealth, and apparently Crazy Charlie. Man, he had some insane eyes, that guy. Rather looked like he was going to kill a Hun. Crack open his skull and use it to drink tea from. These pioneers might want to do something. Coming under fire here. We are seeing some tank traps here as well. He's sort of hoping to perhaps, not have anyone rush in with a Bren carrier into his base. Because again, there's a huge gap in the southern Wehrmacht base. These pioneers could be running into a very tragic end. We are seeing a Wehrmacht quarters. Wehrmacht quarters? Why on earth that? This is definitely going to be a rather peculiar game. He's going for a pioneer spam apparently, and for that you actually do need the Wehrmacht quarters up to get the Kampfpanzer, but still, not very often you see that. It's very peculiar. Pioneers continuing the work here, and of course there's a slight problem with this, at least in terms of how things could work out. I mean, he's going to be delaying himself, he's going to be delaying his Krieg barracks, and that's going to be meaning he's going to be delaying any response he can actually gather to stop a Stuart light tank from hitting him. And of course, currently we are seeing the British troops moving into space, gunning down pioneers left and right. 2 squads already down. The pioneers guild are not going to be hammocks, of course they don't have one. Doesn't matter. Huge creepy spider crawling down. Hate them. And there we go, a little London brawl going on. Flamethrowers from the bunker, burning the Tommies, trying to dig down a trench right here. Incredibly aggressive play from the Greatironroman. Not very often, but again, the flamethrowers in the bunker can cause a bit of a problem right there. And there we go. The so-called Greatironroman being pushed out by a rather significant pioneer force. Veterans are on the way for these Pioniere aus der Wehrmacht. We are seeing the field support truck on the way. We are seeing some other pioneers doing a bit of harassment. Very nasty work right there from the 107th. The Panzer Brigades did have some pioneers, I believe, although again, not a huge deal. They were a bit of, not so much of a sword, but more a swift dagger to the throat. And of course now laying down barbed wire to ensure no one runs into a space again. So not unusual that. We are seeing a Vickers machine gun emplacement going up to protect his command truck from a direct German assault from the pioneer forces. And there we go. imagine he might be getting Veteran 2 for them, thus giving them elite armor, and thus giving, of course, them some protection against British bullets. It's not very often you see actually something like this anymore. I mean, it was rather heftily nerfed, so a lot of players actually moved away from it, just moving away over to the Grenadiers, but not in this fellow's case. Again, if these are Finns, apparently Finns are a bit of a stubborn. Oh damn, there we go, running into the Vickers machine gun. And heavy machine gun fire sends the Hun running back to Hun land, aka the German base. Field support truck arriving, pioneers are coming under heavy fire from Bren guns, Recce chaps, a lieutenant, and a partridge in a pear tree, if that was the case. Pioneers still continuing onwards, not stopping right away. Moving in with our Bren guns of Czechoslovakian design, made in Enfield. Though they had considered, for example, the BAR amongst other weapons, they'd also considered a Danish machine gun called the Madsen gun, or Madsen gun. And a few other bits in the end, though they fell on the Czechoslovakian design. The Czechoslovakians at this stage, when the British got that weapon, was the second largest weapons industry in the world right there. So of course it was a bit of a disconcert to some people who actually knew what was going on when the Germans got all their hands on it. In fact, the Czechoslovakians actually at one stage provided about the Germans with about 1/4 of all their armoured assets. Of course, all Czechoslovakian tanks still at that stage, the early part of the war, a Czech Panzer 38T was about as good as a Panzer III. Although of course the Panzer III was quickly upgraded, the Panzer 38T, it turned out, could not really be that heavily upgraded with guns. And so they made other designs on the otherwise excellent chassis. The Czechs certainly knew how to make some good weapons. Pioneers are coming under fire, they're running into the Bren gunners. More pioneer fighting going on here, flamethrowers moving forwards, and these chaps coming under heavy fire. Oh, nasty damage from the Brens. Pioneers going down. Captain up. Well, I might imagine we might be seeing a Stuart. Yes, indeed. The Stuart light tank, an American design, used by the Brits still, but named by the Brits as well. The Americans originally didn't have any sort of tendency to naming their tanks. Then the Brits began on it, and then they figured, well, we could do that as well. Pioneers laying down mines. Good job, good job. Although 6 pioneers to lay down 1 mine seems a bit excessive. Pioneers getting run off. The stout lads of King George fighting onwards. Kriegbergs is up though. Tank 38 is ready. So all good there for now. And there go the first Stuart light tank arrives on the field. Pioneers once more coming under fire from the British troops.
Equipment upgraded. Let's see how the series like this shine.
Stuart light tank moving forwards, and these pioneers are going to get a nasty surprise. Caught out in the middle of the road, because of course there's the Stuart light tank nearby to assist. Brits are getting pushed back. One huge flame for assault from the 107th Panzer Brigade's Pioneer Battalion so far. Stuart continues to try and hunt down, do some damage. Oh dear, gets hit. A mine as well. Oh, nasty that. Mr. Stuart is in a bit of a pickle. A small cavalry dash turned into a bit of a problem right there.
We're captured, no contact.
And out of control, didn't do too much damage, I fear. A bit tragic. A bit unfortunate right there for the Greatironroman. And that came out a bit more sarcastically than it was supposed to be, I think. Grenadiers are arriving as well, some more solid infantry. And there we go, another pioneer push running into many more Bren guns now, but notice that we are seeing a full retreat. What shall we be seeing as a response? We are seeing a second Stuart on the way. Casualty team staging up as well for the Greatironroman. That, on the other hand, is a good move. Nicely out of the front lines. German troops sweeping in, sweeping back. Make up your minds, Pioniere. Make up your minds. Take on the Britisher. But the Greatironroman is stubborn. He's not going to give up just after one Stuart went down. And there we go. Grenadiers taking heavy losses to Brenfire. They have not been gaining veterancy. Stuart moves up as well. Opens up with its gun. Not enough munitions though for a counter shot. That could be very nasty against those pioneers. But he's at the same time also being a bit cautious, of course, expecting perhaps a pack to arrive anytime soon. Stuarts are taking heavy fire from that light tank. Will the pioneers? Yes, they're pushing forwards, but so is the Stuart. And there we go, full retreat. Pack needs to get away as well, could easily be exposed. There we go. Oh dear, goodness gracious, that could easily have gone wrong for Kahins, Kilo and Sika. We'll just call on 1 and 7th Panzer Brigade. Such names are a bit beyond my reckoning, but let's go have a look at them. Mortar on the way, interestingly enough, there we go. Proper pronunciation and all. Recon chaps continuing up in the north and doing the work of the Hun. Captain as well doing it. I mean, bit of an antithesis to yesterday's game. You know, he's actually doing something. Grenadiers holding out behind some Bocage, and there we go. Running into a very nasty Bren surprise. The Bren being very accurate against troops retreating. You have to be careful about that. Mortar opening up. The 8cm Granatenwerfer lobbing out mortar rounds. Not the heaviest German mortar. In fact, they did have a 120mm. That was actually a Russian design. They had pretty much copied off the Russians and used it themselves because it was pretty much damn great. And there we go, salvaging the Stuart. Good move. Always try to salvage, of course, your opponent's vehicles or your own. Unless you're playing in a 2 vs 2 and your opponent can get a Bergtiger, then don't. Otherwise, do it. It means more munitions, and more munitions is what you want, always. Stuart continuing on its light patrol, ready to stop any Hun from being Honey. Well, any Jerrys from being Jerry, Krauts from being too Kraut. Grenadiers moving up, still no veterancy for the Grenadiers, but there we go, veterancy on the way. Meanwhile, these chaps are suffering, caught outside of cover by heavy light machine gun fire. Several Bren guns firing madly into the Grenadiers, forcing the Grenadiers. Oh dear, they were absolutely massacred, and there's no medic bunker there to assist the 107th Panzer Brigade as its troops fight onwards, dying in craters, trenches, fields, and whatnot. Mortar fire, though, making things hell for the Brits. And another pioneer rush towards the north. At the same time, an armored command truck is moving forwards. I imagine he might be trying to secure this high munitions point with it, thus giving him, well, a bloody lot of munitions. So far, a bit of quiet. Stuart roaming in through the bumpy roads, finding its target. Some pioneers on their own.
They're losing territory.
Well, the pioneers seem to have been a bit of luck, somehow surviving all that. But not that, though. And the Recce chaps fell up quickly. There's not a lot in terms of stopping it, although mines are quickly going down. Good move right there by the Panzer Brigade forces. The Greatironroman moving in from the north, more Grenadiers with Panzer Schrecks. He might want to consider actually just getting one LMG-42 even to just sort of, you know, deal with all the British infantry. The LMG-42 actually gets a suppression bonus against British infantry, so in that sense it's not an all bad payoff. But we are seeing the Panzer Command, the battle phase has been reached, so of course it can get an LMG for his Grenadiers if he decides to. Also a lot of tank traps going down. He's probably trying to sort of limit his opponent's movements in terms of armor. That's good, in fact. Although his pioneers up here in the north running into a problem. Oh, pioneers squad down, but the Brits are right here running into a mine. Sappers with Piats, which was the British attempt at a sort of a man-handled anti-tank weapon. Wasn't quite as good. Had some nasty 10 tendencies, although it can fire over an arc. That is, of course, over things like bocage, so it can be used for a bit of ambush that way. But definitely had its flaws. Stuart hitting a mine. So far, the mines for the Germans are paying off quite nicely. Hammer command truck up, and we are seeing Staghounds up. I do believe the Greatironroman is known for being a bit of a Staghound fan. And what is this? We are seeing a pack moving forward, having decided to not stand here. Panzer command going up. Stuart trying to get away. Not really doing too well with an engine on fire. More building, more mines. A medic bunker could be a nice little detail, I would argue.
Attention. The enemy advances.
Going for the munitions point. Good move, good move. And we are seeing additional Staghounds arriving. A little cavalry charge. Grenadiers holding out here. Grenade against the Brits. And these pioneers get themselves one nasty surprise.
Forward supply lines are broken.
Our Lieutenant, Veteran C2, also gets pushed away. Mortar opens up. Pack. Looks like we are seeing a shift from the Germans. Not so much trying to push the Brits up from the west, now just trying to hold the east. Which of course is good due to a rather nice shift in movement from the Brits, of course, to actually take points over here and thus force away the Germans, perhaps even allowing for another push into his base. Although at the same time the British commanders not taking any chances, German I mean, mining any approaches, even laying down tank traps. Lots of tank traps, bit rare we see that, but again they're not bad. I do believe the tank... Ooh, Panzer commanders up, and we are seeing Panthers coming out. And the Panzer Brigades, the newer ones, they essentially were sort of two series of Panzer Brigades. There was the sort of 100 to 110 series, and then there was the 110 series and onwards. The early series had sort of better equipment, much shinier, but they were also a bit smaller. The later ones actually had more armor, but there was a lot of greater mix in it. There was not so much just Panthers and Jagdpanzer IV with Panther guns. It was more also a mix of Panzer IV Sturmgeschütz, less Panzer grenades and all half-tracks, more regular Panzer grenades as well. Generally, though, all of them were not exactly expertly trained. They were not, you know, Panzer-led troops. Tank traps going down, and oh my giddy aunt. That's a nasty little armoured patrol right there. Stuart following up as well. And there we go, mine doing its job, but the pack is nowhere to be seen. Panther arrives. Panther check on the first, but the Grenadiers need to get out of there. Rückzug, men, Rückzug. No veterancy for the Panthers. Oh dear, get some, please. Brits continuing onwards, getting stopped by tank traps, getting stopped by mines. Panther doing its best to hold back all those British troops. German infantry in the center coming into heavy fire. Oh dear. Mortar. Oh dear, decrewed. And a Sturmhaubitze arrives as the Brits are pushing onwards themselves. Pack arriving. Stu 42 opening up on the British infantry. Oh, extremely good hit, getting 4 with 1 hit. And there we go, Pack opening up on the Staghounds. British infantry getting pushed away due to the Stu 42 doing what it's supposed to do, clear out infantry in larger formations. Of course, heaviest sort of things. They were sort of combined with regular Stuks. Usually, although not all Stuks but units had them. Usually when they cooperated, it would usually be that the Stuks themselves would first handle armor, Stu 42 would keep away the infantry, and then of course they could sort of deal with what was left. But there we go, another mine doing an expert job. The Panther continues. Panzerkampfwagen 5. Might as the Third Reich. Looks like one Staghound might get away. Making its way through quite the obstacle course right there. Quite something to say the least. Also quite the armored Little fight right there.
The enemy is seizing
Pioneers running into trouble. A few of the vehicles did make it back, though. So, I mean, it wasn't even a complete toss-up for the Brits, in fact, which is definitely also something. Also means he didn't hand over too much munitions to the Germans, to the Huns, to the Krauts, to the Jerrys. Panther pulls back with a few kills to his name. Might be an idea to consider getting armor veterancy for it. And there we go, Fireflies to response. And someone's reporting this is not looking good. Probably that Panther ensuring that it doesn't. But it is being cautious, which is good. It doesn't want to get suddenly overwhelmed. A bit quiet though, so why not speed it up a wee bit, Looks like both players are going to just hammer up. Pioneers running into a bit of slight problems. Going for the cut-off point, right there I think. Instead, running into German armor, and there we go, veterans 1 up for the Panzers. Although he might want to consider getting additional armor soon. I get another Panther, or at least a Panzer IV. Looks like the Brits are getting ready. Question is, will they once more try to strike for the base, or will they be trying to go for here?
A victory location is under attack.
Looks like we are seeing another assault on the base.
We've secured the location. Ready.
He could. And I do believe we are seeing a secured resourcing. That's an ability the British can get. Essentially, they pay for one of the trucks to gain additional bonus in securing a point. So in this case, he's actually getting 32 fuel out of that one fuel point. Very, very cheeky. Not a bad upgrade at all. It can usually pay itself off pretty quickly. Although only one truck can do it. You can't have it all with all 3 trucks. Pioneers getting run off. Like a snake oil salesman. Selling cheap miracle cures. No idea what he's talking about there. This fellow must be broadcasting or something. No doctor. Oh wait, he's gone commando. The British troops are hanging about as well. A bit of quiet again. Both sides sizing each other up. Wondering what to do, when to do it, how to do it. Moving up here slowly. Pack up. And Staghound Stuart's moving in. A bit of a curious move. Firefly can't really get in a good shot, although the pack is cleared out. And the Stuart went down, the easier target. Small duel right there. No one really managed anything. Oh, Firefly's actually getting hit. Panther getting hit. I do believe a second Firefly is ready, though. Will it be able to arrive in time? Too bad he's gone for Staghound and not command tanks. Otherwise, he could have increased the rate of fire on that Firefly in the range, I believe. And I mean, in particular, veterancy 2 command tank can actually give your Fireflies a pretty high rate of fire, which can really make them dangerous for German armor. But a second Panther arrives. British infantry moving in. Stu 42 opening up as well. Panzer Brigade Stu fire, trying to seize that pack, but not quite going. We are seeing artillery going in against the Panthers. Firefly main gun destroyed, out of control. That did not go in the way of the Irish Armoured Guards. Oh dear, his own cars are getting in the way of the Firefly. That's not good. Not good at all. And the Panthers continue. Slowly. Quite the armoured fight we've got on our hands here. Speeding up a bit. Another Firefly on the way. British infantry continue the advance. More artillery, it seems like. Pioneer squad down, and there we go. Retreat from the Brits. Bit more armour to salvage.
RAF has made glider troop drops available to us.
And commando drops are ready. Hussar. Speeding things up a wee bit. Again, not a lot of infantry left, in fact. The Panzer Brigade has been quite drained in that department. Could be a problem, in fact, if the British do push on hard. And a duel here with the Fireflies. Pack turns them away, though. Good push into the north, though, by Greatironroman. We'll be seeing a response from the Germans and their armour. Only 3 Pioneer squads left. More tank traps, but British Bren gunners put a stop to that. Pioneers moving in to deal with those interlopers. And they succeed. Officers moving in to take the points, but they're going to be right next to all the German armour, which is quickly responding. And we are seeing another Panther ready. We are seeing radio something, I can't remember it right now, but the ability to actually get to tell what the German commander is producing and sort of taking in terms of doctrinal choices. So 3 Panthers. Pioneers rushing away the Bren gunners. And we are seeing a commando drop right on the pack. Well, close to the pack. Probably trying to clear that thing out. For King George, tea and biscuits. Panther arrives on the scene. But does he?
They have destroyed a German target.
And another German target is down. Will it be Pioneers? What would it be? Pack crew gone. And the might of the Panzer Brigade pushes forwards. Will he be trying an assault on the British base? Will he just be just try to drain him for victory points? What will they do? Oh dear, it could be looking. He might be going for an assault. 3 Panthers just do him. How beats it. Pioneers moving in. What is he doing? What is he doing? Pioneers rising into a lot of right in, up the north by the cut-off point.
NCOs reporting they have destroyed a German target.
Oh dear, Pioneer squad went down. Another unit lost. Veteran 2, they're up for the armor, getting machine guns. Could be what he was waiting for. Moving upwards, come on, Luskits, make your decision. Hauptmann, or Major. In the meanwhile, we are seeing a great British move into the north, in fact. Not good. What shall the German player do? And we are seeing what looks like a 17-pounder gun going up as well. Going to make things much more problematic. Speeding things up again a bit. Stu moving in to deal with the infantry. Panther still hanging out, waiting the arrival of British armor grenadiers moving in. And we are seeing a trias, radio triangulation bit over there. British infantry coming under fire from the Sturmhaubitze, moving forward to Regency 2. Panthers pulling back, perhaps moving into deal. And of course, note right there, within this triangle now, he can see all that is going on. So of course there's a fun little detail. Sort of quickly note there, the tank is now appearing on this minimap, also down here. So of course he's noting that the Germans are lining up with their Panthers down south. I believe it's time to have a look at the German commander, in fact, again, who has gone blitzkrieg. He is getting stormtroopers. He's equipping them with dual Panzerschrecks. He's probably going to knock out that 17-pounder gun with a few Panzerschreck shots. A favorite tactic amongst Wehrmacht players. Might be an idea to get those British troops out of there, otherwise they're pretty much going to be saying, you know, wait, over here we built a radio triangulation thingy, Mr. German. Won't you look at it? It's ever so pretty. Ain't it, Sergeant? And then they get shot and the thing gets beaten up. More pioneers ready for the Germans. Grenadiers moving out as well. No Panzerschreck LMG for them. Whatever shall they do?
Attention. The enemy advances.
Panzerschreck moving up, and we are seeing some artillery going on right there, forcing the Grenadiers from taking the point. Stormtroopers ever silently advancing on the point. This could be it. Once that's gone, we might be seeing the Panthers move forwards. Stu 42 doing a bit of work up there in the distance. Just note, it's ever so fun, you know, to just look at it from a more flat angle and just sort of see what happens in the background. A poor lieutenant probably being forced away. Poor sod. Come on. Oh dear, Captain spots them. Captain spots the stormtroopers. Their cover is blown. And there we go. Oh, getting absolutely hammered and getting run off. Of course, he could just send in the Stu 42, but there we go. Radio triangulation bit not even blown up. A note 4 dead Brits, as predicted. Commanders moving in, becoming under 500 Panthers. Finally, we are getting some action again. Yes, we can get a bit of activity, but then again, that's why we speed it up. Why we speed it up, yo. And again, I mean, either side is sort of, you know, preparing for the great push, the great slash, the great boot, or jack boot, whatever side you're on. And there we go, British infantry moving in, stack hunts moving up, Fireflies, lots of Fireflies. In fact, we've seen 4 Fireflies up for the Greatironroman and the Irish Armoured Guards. This could be it. This is going to be quite something, but I'm not sure what. Could be a game changer for either side. Goliath spotted but knocked out, only gets 2 Brits. And there we go, hammering away with at the bunker with glee. First line of defense down, German armor moving in. Achtung, Achtung, Panzermarsch. Britische angreifen. Die Teufel. Wehrmacht quarters coming under. 5 commanders moving in. Probably going to lay down some demo charges. There we go. Panthers moving in. Fireflies opening up with the 17-pounder guns. 17-pounder gun is pretty much one of the best weapons in the war. In terms when it came to dealing with tank. Pretty high penetration. Excellent weapon. 1 Firefly down though. Oh dear, we're seeing a pack recruit by the Brits. 1 Panther already low on health. Other one down to half. Panther out of control. Panther out of control. Fireflies down. Fireflies down. 2 down. But also... And we are seeing artillery getting called in. Stu 42 moving in as well. Stu down. Pack row decrewed. Absolute carnage. And we are seeing soon a tie getting called in, but will it be in time? Firefly's not looking too great either. Oh dear, we could be losing another Panther. Another Panther is down. Heavy losses, I mean, the 107th Panzer Brigade. Oh, lost it. They're down to 3 units. Tiger gets called in. A last chance for the brigade. Will the Tiger turn the tide? Yes, indeed. It's landing right next to a Firefly. Knocks it out. PFs that open up on the Tiger. Pack finding a way into the side of the Tiger as well. Oh my goodness. Tiger is in trouble, but there's still the Panther. We are seeing artillery getting called in. This is, oh my, oh dear, Panther's main gun is down. Panther goes down. 3 Panthers down. 4 Fireflies gone, but I'm not entirely sure who's going to be coming out well of that. Tiger, though, is still there, but it's down to half health. Most of the base is gone. Most of what the German commander had is gone. He's down to 1 Grenadier squad and 1 mighty Tiger. What do the Brits have? They have a few armored cars, and they still have more infantry, though. But, oh my goodness, that was an absolutely bloodletting on both sides. Decimation like nothing else, but the Brits came reasonably well out of it, I think. At least they have more units, and they can still certainly get an advantage on taking points from the other side. But my goodness, he's going to need to salvage as much as quickly as possible, then get a manpower blitz. And that might be his only chance of actually turning this about. So get some pioneers out, get these Panthers salvaged, quickly recruiting the pack in case we do see another British armoured push. Good move. Schnell, schnell. And we are seeing another Firefly ready. Brits are moving in. Tiger keeping guard. And there we go, sitting about salvaging the Panthers. Manpower blitz. Panther on the way. Grenadiers on the way. No stormtroopers, though they are tougher. Could be an idea. There we go, salvaging as much as possible, repairing the Tiger. Firefly moving up. Staghounds moving in as well. Grenadiers sind klar. Dear oh dear, that Tiger could be running into problems. Although it definitely... Oh! Staghound going down, Staghound going down. Hack proving to be a bit of a hidden problem. Commanders popping in again. Oh my goodness. And there we go. Pack gone. Pioneers under fire. Commanders rushing in. I imagine they will be trying to go for that pack and turn it against the German masters again. I wonder who's that pack has been helping the most, the Germans or the Brits. Another Panther arriving. Piets moving in. And they are making a dash with it. Damn cheeky Cockney commando stealing packs. Tiger heavily damaged, but the Panther arrives to save the day. Doesn't look like the pack will get out of there, though. Panther coming under fire. Firefly needs to get out of there. Get out of there, George. Absolute bloody carnage. Panther taking heavy damage as well, but the Germans once more survive another assault. And also is very careful not to wreck that Panther, otherwise that's going to be less munitions. Still looking slightly brighter, but not fully bright. He's not out of the valley of British woe. Let's return to the Greatironroman, who's got an awful lot of munitions for artillery if necessary. Not a lot of armor left though after that one great push, and there we go, artillery against the Grenadiers, forcing those away. Commandos running into the Panther though, and they are not ready to fight it. And the British are moving in. Perhaps trying to seize the pack, or has that got wrecked? Apparently it has. And they themselves are getting wrecked as well. Salvaging the glider. Good move again. Always try to salvage as much as possible.
A sector is being overrun.
Commanders moving in. Rather a bit of a victory point fight as well. Trying now to drain the German commander of all his victory points. Grenadiers coming under heavy fire. Ooh, artillery against Grenadiers. Will they get out of there? Ooh, just barely. Oh dear, one man left alive. This is definitely not going to be easy for the German commander. Another Panther arriving, the Panzer Brigade pushing in all it can. Oh dear, this captain needs to get out of there. Run, Captain Hastings, run! There we go. Only one Firefly, you're going to need more. Oh, wait, there we go, second Firefly, but now, of course, they might... Oh, there we go, the pack commando ready.
Go ahead, gun ready.
That's going to be a bit of a problem, and looks like he might be pushing in. Kriegbags coming under fire, Brits moving up. Let's just briefly speed this up a bit. And there we go, the assault, the armored battle once more. Certainly people seem to like Commonwealth Heroes armored battles, at least then once Sunday has really gotten a positive response. Of course, you know, feel free to shout on Twitter, Facebook, wherever you might want, you know. The more that see it, the better. The more that subscribe, the better. We are seeing Blitzkrieg as well. A Blitzkrieg assault from the Germans, increasing the rate of fire. Firefly down. Suspect the Greatironroman might not have expected that. One gun button down. Tiger, Firefly not going to make it out of there. And another Firefly down. Commander's firing away. Piered rounds. Damaged engine on one. Pack could be going down. Yes, indeed. Recon troops in the base. Another pack in trouble. Immobilized Staghound. Oh dear. Although clearing out the pack. Absolute carnage. Again. Pack decrewed. Again. Rather looks like, again, the German doesn't really get so much use out of the anti-tank guns as the Brits do.
Germans are seizing territory.
Oh dear, one good artillery strike on that Panther could knock it out. Will he do it? Will he call in a 25-pound artillery barrage? Will he do it? Will the Greatironroman do it? Come on. It's an easy target, mate. Yes, indeed. No, he's... Oh, calling in right there. What a whiff. I think he's saying repair bunker. And just moving up. Also, small note. I believe there's currently about to go some sort of tournament in the UK with THQ. I'm not entirely sure how you get into it, but you know, there's a graphics card for those people interested in the, of course, in the UK. Try to sign up. You know, could be a bit of fun. And of course, if you get any good fights out of that one, you know, feel free to send it in for those that actually participate. Brent section moving up, Grenadiers making a bit more larger presence. And there we go, bunker up. Laying down a demo charge on the victory point.
Overrunning one of our sectors.
Clearing out the radio triangulation bits. Grenadiers under fire from the Firefly, but the Firefly can't quite seem to hit. Panther's getting repaired, Tiger's getting repaired. There's a lot of repairs going on.
We have a secured sector.
And another pack going into the hands of the Brits. Again, that pack really has seen more service under King George than under Sefura.
German forces are trying to...
And there we go, trying to go for the armor command truck. Very bold move right there. But he is getting pushed away. The 107th Panzer Brigade doesn't get quite that lucky. Another Sturmhaubitze arriving. That still hasn't been recruited. You don't want to have that one also end up in the hands of the Commonwealth, would you? Oh, the bunker is gone. But there we go, recruiting it. But this is going to be making things a little bit easier for the British infantry. Not a lot left of the German base, though. I mean, quite some hefty battles we've seen just in that area. And here, but of course also those tank chaps are making it a bit harder for British armour to move through there. So in that sense, it's doing its purpose. Not its porpoise. Fireflies again, Ava with the Fireflies. Speeding things up a bit again. And no, not Veterans Infantry, just thought briefly. Clear line looked wrong. Grenadiers, oh, hitting a Firefly. Careful with those. Grenadiers in a lot of trouble. Going for the victory point there. Bomb goes off. Let's go return to the German player. Whoever shall win this fight. Grenade against the British infantry. Grenadiers taking some nasty beatings. Getting pushed away. Panther moving up, and Kriegberg's getting repaired. Rest of the Panzer Brigade hiding in the north. Infantry moving in. Oh, coming under fire from the Panther. Oh dear, Pioneers running into commando-related troubles. And the commanders then running into stew-related problems. Veterans E3 could be get. I mean, he's not got the population to train anything. Epic. Yes, it's certainly quite the fight. Lots of armor going up in flames. And again, you not usually see Fireflies used like that. Usually they were sort of, you know, other tank platoon sort of acting as sort of the heavy weapons part of it. Sort of a reverse version of the stew thing. But there you go. Pioneers running into a bit of trouble. Speeding things up. Mortar fire as well. He has recruited his mortar for the fatherland. Bombing out the Brits. Jolly good. Oh! Knocking out the infantry. Commanders making a run. Oh! Artillery! Not really achieving much though. Bit of a shame. Fireflies moving northward. Stu 42 coming under fire. 3 Fireflies up.
The enemy has 50 points left.
Hacks on either side, ready to stop armor from either side. Now the Panthers are moving in to deal with the Firefly. Firefly is going to be pushed away again. Not a lot of room to maneuver about due to all the tank traps. Very nice move. Again, this could in fact be a trap for the British armor. Only 2 Fireflies against all of this. And they don't have anything to help them. Oh dear, oh dear. British infantry is moving in, but I think it will be too late. Firefly's going to have to try and get out, but it can't. Oh dear. Other Fireflies not reacting. Hack firing away. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. But looks like the German armor is in fact getting frightened. Not quite fancying this either, it seems. Repair pioneer sappers moving up. Commanders trying to hit the flank. 3rd Firefly moving up. Panther moves in on its own. Coming under heavy fire from the Fireflies. Careful now, careful. 4/6 men are 4/6. And the pack sneaks through the tank traps somehow. Yeah, there's a bit of a bug right there, sadly. It was either that or having an exploit that was possible using tank traps. And the pack, oh dear, that was a bad move. Oh dear, the Greatironroman, oh dear. That was definitely not his way. And of course, silly thing is, if he just got some samples with demo charges, or that is demo kits, that is minesweepers and all that, he could just lay down demo charges and clear out the tank traps. Giving him maneuverability. We're seeing another Panther down. Stu 42 taking heavy damage. Armored skirts falling off. Like, oh dear. Stu 42 is down. Tiger and a Panther left to try and stop another assault by the Greatironroman, supported by expert repair and sappers. Tiger under heavy fire. Oh dear, oh dear. Panther moving in, but only 29 victory points left for the Greatironroman. It could be by victory points that the 197th Panzer Brigade wins, and we are seeing another commando drop. Firefly out of control. Grenadiers with the Panzer moving in. Trying to go for the victory points, but I fear it is too
The
late.
enemy advances.
The Irish Armoured Guards might have been a bit too slow. They might have waited for too long to gather up strength from time to time. Indeed. There we go. Game over. Victory for the 107th Brigade, although very, very close. I mean, this was quite the armoured fighting, clashing, bashing. Oh my goodness. I mean, it was very close. I mean, either side could probably done some things differently. Although in the end, I definitely think it was rather the British tendency to sort of build up a bit too much and a few mistakes here and there that rather in the end won the Germans the fight. Although again, it was very close. But again, I mean, had the British commander perhaps just bothered with getting some sappers up, get some demo charges, and then begin clearing out this, he might actually have won this. And again, had that pack been a bit more cautious here, again, that might also have won him. But in the end, though, he didn't, and that probably in the end ended up giving the Germans the victory. So there you go. Do hope you enjoyed this game. If you did, why not subscribe and tell your friends, and if you didn't, well, why not send in a replay of your own. This is Imperial Dane saying cheers.